get it, so it ain't no quitting. We jumped off the benches and jumped in the drill lane. You know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just laying, you know that I'm not entertained. Hey coach, put me in the game. Don't play with my name, you come with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just laying, you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game.
It's week 17 of the National Football League, and we'll see Michael Thomas. He's been a quarterback's best friend, nearing 1,300 yards receiving on the year. It's the Condors and the Hawks under the lights on Thursday night.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. Very productive. 3 touchdowns. 2 of them on the ground, 1 through the air.
And it will always be a compliment to say that a guy's got a nose for the end zone, and he sure had it last week.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing, Jones. Throw over the middle into the hands of the tight end, Parham. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Now Jones. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. And deep to return it is Marcus Jones. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he'll get it up near the
Get on our backs, and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Tua. Completion here to Claypool. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a 1st down and a gain of 10. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. On second down, it's Pollard. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 39. They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Down to about the 37. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to pass. Tua. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 16. 22 yards there, a first down. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Tua throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage. And the Seahawks had a couple of extra DBs going with the dime look here.
Indeed, 6 on the field. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. Defense simply not fooled by the draw there.
Well, they were thinking run to begin with, and what they tell their defensive linemen is play the run on your way to the quarterback. If someone shows, go get him, and that's exactly what they did.
So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and that'll make it 3-0 here in the first. So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get them the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road. You're under the lights. National television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real. And a pretty nice opening statement.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken.
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. The Seahawks at 10-5 to start play. They have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that could ride us all the way to the...
Tight ends out there, jumbo set. Jones throw complete there to St. Brown. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Meanwhile, Jones throw into the hands of Pittman here. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Jones. That'll be caught by St. Brown. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. His throw complete right side to the tight end Parham. Clock running, under a minute to go now here in a fast-moving first quarter. To throw again on 2nd down, Jones. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first quarter lead. Oh, such great concentration there, going right up against the side of the end zone, but able to get the feet in bounds.
There's so many things that go into that catch, and you just mentioned the concentration, being able to catch the football, get your feet down in bounds, hang on to it all the way through the process of the catch. That was a phenomenal play.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So they're a long 11-play drive, and the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Sacramento with the football here as we get set to begin quarter 2. as they've got it with a third down and less than a yard. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Tua. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he'll be brought. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down about the 39. Now Tua. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed. Unable.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. The trick play works. He's got the first. Give him credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Would have been a long kick. It was prime fake field goal territory. They faked it. They got it.
So much for defense in this situation, because the natural play there is you go into what we call safe, meaning you don't really rush on that one. You almost concede. If they want to kick a long one like that and make it, so be it. You just don't give up the fake. Yet they did anyway. Poor execution on the defensive side.
They got 29 yards that time.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Miles Boykin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Condors have retaken the lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it's Miles Boykin who caps it with a touchdown reception. Fields it right around the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Daniel Jones and the rest of the offense heading back out there. He threw a touchdown pass last time they had it. And he'll look to get him in the end zone again here as they start with the 1st down. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
Looking to throw. Jones. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Off play action. Jones. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. These two teams getting a couple of late season tilts this year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in week 12. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Jones rolling to his right. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Here's Jones. Off play action. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Jason Sanders on for the field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
The kick by Sanders is good. And that will knot us off at 10. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call. They're opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Tua. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the... Ron Rivera scowling down on the sideline, and he's thrown out the red challenge flag. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. Play action. Now it's Tua. And his throw here's incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. And again, it's Tagovailoa. Oh, he's got his tight end Pitts complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. Right back to Pitts again. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. From the 22, Tua. Over the middle, that's caught by Claypool. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Tua sets up to pass it. Steps away to his left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. On 2nd and goal. Tua. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Zerline's kick is up and through, and they will take the lead at 13-10. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the fourth quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
Now Jones. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Looking to throw again on second down. Jones eluding the pressure right. A check down here for Henry. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now it's 3rd and 3. Able to connect with Dotson. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Throwing, Jones. Throw left side complete. That's Henry. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. From the 41, Jones over the middle complete. That's McLaughlin. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. So all right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. And this offense set to go now to begin the 3rd quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime. As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. Well, linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Throwing again on second down. Tua. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 41-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. Meanwhile, Tua's throw into the hands of Pitts here.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Tua going to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here's a handoff to Evans out of the gun. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
That was well defense right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds it and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on third down. Looking to pass. Tua. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? Third down. They just said, we've got faith in our tackles. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Zerline's kick is up and through, and that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. Now Jones throwing to start the drive. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Back to throw. Jones. Out left to Dotson. Only able to gain a couple there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Partner, I think that conclusion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Crucially in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Rocked up all his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. They begin with Henry. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at coverage up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Again, it's Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Jones. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Operating from the gun, Jones. And right side, Henry's got it. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. He finds his man. Complete. It's McLaughlin. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Back to throw again. Quick slant, Dotson. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
They'll look to throw again. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, Jones. And this is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, but they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Jones. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Sanders' kick is good. And the lead is back down to 3 here at 16-13. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Two and now on 1st down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. 1 quarter remains. lines here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And returning right back to Boykin. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. Well, I'm sure he likes his performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the 4th quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see. And other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline. Says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field.
Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. But I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Dancing to his left, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away.
Here's Sacramento's offense once more. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Taking a shot for Samuel. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Tua to try again on 2nd down.
Got this complete to the tight end Pitts.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Tua. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Tua's throw there, hauled in by Claypool.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Now Tua. And he'll just get rid of it. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And again, it's Tagovailoa. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 34-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. Play action, now it's Tua. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. Open receiver complete. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
think. What do you mean by that, Brooke?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. This is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Pass interference. Defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
That penalty is declined.
Zerline now for the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it's Miles Boykin who caps it with a touchdown reception. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Now Jones. This pass complete to Melton. So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 18-yard line.
Throwing Jones. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 55 rushing yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right, they did pick up the 1st down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Jones on 1st and 10. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw. Jones. He's able to find Melton. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 11 yards there, first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Looking to throw. Jones. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw is Jones. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And the Seahawks are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Jones. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Back to throw is Tua. Open man, completes it to Claypool. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So on now is Greg Zuerlein in a pressure situation. This to swell the lead to 6. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6.
Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we